It's an ABC 17 Storm Track weather alert day, going to be from now until Monday morning for the potential of freezing rain. Looking almost certain at this point that everybody, at least in mid-Missouri and further down to the south, is going to be seeing some sort of freezing rain. Impacts looking at about 1/10 of an inch for most of us here in mid-Missouri, traces up to the north, and then locally higher amounts down to the south for your Monday morning commute. So this is going to be enough to cause travel impacts with slick roads. This is the current setup that we are going to be tracking overnight. You'll notice really in the upper atmosphere, temperatures are going to be above freezing, so it will be falling as rain, but as we reach to the surface, it is going to be just below freezing and slightly below freezing, which is why the rain is not going to have enough time to freeze back up. It'll freeze once it hits the surface. That is why we are going to be seeing some potentially hazardous road conditions, as this rain is really going to be freezing right as it hits the ground. With that ABC 17 Storm Track Future Track, could be seeing some slight chances throughout the later hours of this evening, but going to be tracking the main chances for widespread freezing rain throughout the overnight hours right after midnight. That should start to pick up for all of us here and really last throughout the morning hours. You'll notice this is going to be hanging out with us throughout peak commute times, so this is going to be creating issues with any sort of morning commutes that do happen. So if you do have to head out throughout the morning hours, do make sure you are taking the proper precautions. Maybe even keep an ice scraper on hand inside the house before going outside if your car is parked outside, so you can scrape it off. Throughout the afternoon, we're going to be tracking that transition into rainfall as temperatures move above freezing, but we still could be tracking some lasting impacts from that ice before it fully melts. So just because those temperatures get above freezing doesn't mean we are out of really the main impacts. Looking at that ice accumulation, you notice everywhere, almost everywhere, looking at a trace to about 1/10 of an inch. Some down to the south, though, going to be seeing those locally heavier bands of accumulation. So as we head out tomorrow morning, if you do have to head out, do make sure you are taking really extra safety measures throughout your commute. Leave extra space between you and the car in front of you, just in case you do start to lose traction. Tomorrow, again, an ABC 17 Storm Track weather alert day for those icy road conditions throughout the morning hours and some lasting into the afternoon. As we get into the rest of the week, you'll notice those temperatures staying in the low to mid 40s. It's going to be a nice change of pace for this time, really, especially going to be compared to last week. This is going to be a nice little change of pace here, but we will get some more widespread rainfall really on Wednesday, and then spotty chances throughout the rest of the week as we head into next weekend.